Hey everyone, it's Abby Loves. Today I'm here with another tutorial. Today I'm going to be teaching you guys how to make this bracelet inspired by the 4 nations that are depicted in Avatar The Last Airbender and Avatar The Legend of Korra. And if you haven't watched that yet, I really suggest you watching it because it is one of the best cartoons I've ever watched ever since I was young, and it is amazing. So here are what the 4 nations look like, and this is how I'm going to be making it. So I'm starting out with black clay, and I'm going to be splitting it into 4 equal sized pieces, then rolling them into smooth balls. Here I'm just starting out by using a needle tool and poking it through the black little balls, and then after that I'm gonna be using a larger ball tool to stick it through the hole as well so that I can make it larger in order for the string to fit through. And this kind of varies depending on what kind of string you use, so the size that I created for the holes in the little beads are actually big enough for the string to fit through, so it was fine. So after doing that, I just kind of shaped it back into a ball on the little ball tool thing so that it, resembles a bead. And what I'm doing here is I'm starting with a small little ball tool, and I'm kind of carving out what the Water Tribe logo looks like. You can reference pictures online, so it's much easier for you to do. So that's what I also did, and here I'm just kind of making the little squiggles and lines and stuff. After that, I'm going to be using some Pearlex pigments in the color Macro Pearl, and this is to add a really nice shimmery effect. But if you don't have Pearlex pigments or you don't want to buy it, you can start off with silver clay, or you can start off with black and then paint it silver. But I like the effect of how the Pearlex pigments look on black clay, so that's why I decided to do it like this. So this was before I baked the beads so that the powders would actually stick on the clay. So after doing the water, it's not really water tribe, it's more like a water symbol. So after doing the water symbol, I'm here doing the earth symbol depicted in Avatar. So after I finished carving it, I did the same thing I did with the water one, and I just kind of dusted on a layer of Pearlex pigments. Next, I'm doing the fire symbol, and I'm also doing the same way I did with the others, but fire is more hard to carve, so it's really much better for you to use a reference because that's what I did as well. So after carving it, I am doing the same thing with the rest that I did before, and after the fire one, I'm also doing the air one, which is really simple, and you can follow it just from the video that's gonna come later on. So here I'm just lightly carving in the symbol for air, and I didn't do it really deeply on camera because it was really hard to kind of do this carefully when the bead was so far away from my face. So that's why I didn't do it on camera, but I'm pretty sure you guys can follow. So after that, I did the same thing with the rest that I did before and covered the bead in a layer of Pearlex pigments as well. So after this, I baked it at 110 degrees Celsius for about 20 minutes, I guess, or you can follow the packaging on your polymer clay block, which differs between different brands. So here I'm just taking these colors and I'm going to be painting on the logos after the beads have been baked. So here I'm taking a cream color for the air logo, and I'm using green for the earth logo. After that, I'm using blue for the water logo, and then red for the fire logo, which is pretty self-explanatory. So yeah, that's what I did, and I used the same ball tool I did for carving in the little symbols, but I would suggest using a smaller one if you actually have one, smaller than what you actually carved the symbols with, because I think that's more easier to manage. But I managed to do it either way, just had a lot of cleaning up to do because it kind of got out of the little crevices very easily since the ball tool was quite large. So after that, I just let the paint dry and then added a layer of glaze on top. And these are what the 4 little beads look like, and I'm really happy at how they turned out, and it just looked so adorable and gave me so many memories. So here I'm using some handmade string I got from Daiso, and this is what I'm going to be making the bracelet with. So here I'm just kind of untangling it, and I'm going to wrap it around my wrist to kind of gauge how long I want my string to be. Then I'm going to be adding a little bit more length so that I can adjust the bracelet. So that's what I did with the string, and then I cut it. Then I kind of put the beads in order of how the elements were recited in Avatar: The Last Airbender, which was water, earth, fire, then air. So you can also do it in another way according to how Korra was, but I kind of relate more to Avatar: The Last Airbender, so that's why I did it that way. So after that, I kind of tied the ends of the 4 beads so that the beads wouldn't keep moving around. This is optional, but I just like to do this so that because I don't like the beads moving around, I like them to be close together, but you can choose to just leave them moving around as well. So in order to make your bracelet adjustable, you just kind of follow what I'm doing on camera, but make sure to not make the knots too tight, because if you make it too tight, then after that you can't really move it around. But once you make your little knots, you can kind of adjust how big you want your bracelet to be, big enough for your hand to fit through, and then after that small enough so that it fits snugly on your wrist. So that's what I really like about this, and it just, I don't know, it just makes the bracelet look nicer as well. And yeah, that's basically how you do it. You make this little adjustable thing and you have your bracelet. And I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. It's a pretty simple tutorial, but I think it was still pretty cool. And if you want to check out my previous video, you can click on the annotation on the screen right now. Or if you want to check out my other social media links, they're all just over there on the screen as well. So thank you guys so much for watching. I will talk to you guys next time. Bye guys!